What's up there in YouTube Guitar Land? I'm going to do a quick video tutorial of Taylor by Jack Johnson. And that's obviously a much slowed down version of that. And not exactly as finely played as I can do it, but you get the idea. But I'm going to try to break that down. And then that's the introduction, obviously, and we'll get to the verse and chorus as well. But we're looking at a lot of hammer-ons and pull-offs. Get your fingers ready. Starts off on the A string, first fret, and you're hammering on to the A string, third fret. And then basically you're hammering on and pulling off that same note, and then playing the note right above it, which is the low E third fret. And right after that sequence, you then switch to a pull-off on the low E second fret to first fret, and then basically pulling off from the first fret all the way to the open low E, which would sound like this. And that might be a little tricky. That's even tricky for me. The pull-offs, especially when you're that low, close to the end of the guitar over here, can be kind of tricky. So, but anyways, you're basically pulling off that and then hammering or playing the first fret low E. So again, that's so when you bind into it, you're going to get the from there, you're going to have a nice little kind of double hammer-on from your low E first fret all the way to the third fret, which will sound like this. But you're doing it a little slower to kind of hear each note, so it'll be more like. And then after you're playing the A string first fret, second fret. Right after that, nice little double hammer-on. After that, first fret A string, second fret A string, then I'm going to hammer on like same notes that start the song off from the first fret to the third. So hopefully you're being able to follow with me here, but I'll kind of try to play up to where we are right now. So from this point is another couple pull-offs, or hammer-ons and pull-offs. So we're going to be dropping down to the D string, and we're going to do the same kind of little hammer-on and then play the string right above it that we did to start the song off. So it'll go like this. So you're hammering on to that third fret, D string, and then playing the third fret right above it, which is on the A string. So. And then come the pull-offs from the first fret, E string, third fret, A string. So it's going to sound like this. Into a nice little F power chord. So. After that, little tasty hammer-on and pull-off sequence. Your first finger is already kind of in the position. You're going to want to keep it there. And bar those first two strings, the A, or low E and the A. You're barring them across that first fret, and you're going to begin a little hammer-on, pull-off, little tricky little sequence that'll sound something like this. So you're hammering on that low E, first to third fret, and then playing that fretted A string on the first fret. Remember that. I'm trying to get my hand out of the way, but remember that you're fretting this guy right here with the bar of your finger. So you're getting that. And when you play it fast with kind of like a alternate picking, and that's tricky. So give yourself a little break with that and start off with it slow. But it's going to eventually sound something along these lines. But so let's kind of get up to speed with where we are on the riff here. We're at again, forgive me because I didn't even play that exactly perfect, but if you're following along with the tutorial, you'll get it. And something played this quickly, if you miss a note or you're close, you're going to get the idea. If you're playing for a live audience, they might not even notice. If you're playing for yourself, give yourself a little slack. So we're at the part where we're at that nice little tasty. After we're done going through that, I believe it's 4 times through. Excuse me there. You're gonna then hit that third fret A string, or the C chord, and then you're gonna go into a little slide and pull off sequence. So you're sliding from the 3rd fret of the D string to the 5th fret, and then playing the note right below it, which is the open G string. Technically, those are both the same note, as if you were tuning a guitar, but however you want to definitely get that note. Either doubling or playing the note below it. So. That's what you're going to be shooting for. And then the open A and open E. So. And that takes you to pretty much the end of the riff. From that, you're going to play, I don't even know what you would technically call this. I guess maybe a D minor-esque kind of but it's basically these 2 notes. It's the 2nd fret G string, 4th fret E string. And just those 2, so try to mute everything else. You only want those 2 notes playing. And if you play it, it'll sound. So that takes you to the last part of the introduction riff, where you then go to a C chord, and you're going to be accentuating the bottom 3 strings of that C, which is the G, the D, and the high E. And you're going to do a little slide action with the. And then once you're at that 5, you're going to kind of walk back down to the 1 again. So. And there is a little bit more than just a single strum. Once you get to that 5, you're going to actually play that 5 twice, play the 3 twice, as you're kind of working your way back down to the 1. And when I say 3, I mean the 3rd fret. That slide, by the way, in case you didn't know, is all happening. You're sliding that bottom part of a C, so that finger is not leaving that D string. it's just sliding all the way from 1 to 3 to 5. And again, from the C, I don't think I'm describing that C slide very well, but hopefully you'll kind of get the idea. I'll try to play it accurately here for you. It's kind of hard to play the stuff slow sometimes. When you speed it up, it actually gets a little bit easier. But and the last part there, that little pull off, is basically the second fret of the G string. You're just pulling it off. You're playing the note right below it, which you already have fretted, which is the first fret, E string. So you have a, and then put your fingers back down in an F shape. Play that nice little F, and that ends it. And that's basically the introduction. So I'll try to go through that again, kind of slowly. Sorry. That's what I was trying to do. And then into your C key. I'm trying to teach a lesson and I can't even get it right. Bear with me. Hopefully you got the idea there, though. It's a tricky little introduction. And again, it's played with a lot more funk than I'm giving it. But again, I'm just trying to get you a slowed down version. Start it off slowly and add and get more embellishments and more funk and more attack as you get more comfortable with it. But hopefully you got all the notes and the pull-ups and hammer-ons. They're pretty accurate. And when you play them all together, it sounds like a sweet little introduction riff. So hope this helps, guys, and enjoy it. Look for some more. As I put them up, I'll keep putting them up.